So I just want to get started. Thank you so much, Ms. Sinclair, for setting us up on the meeting. And I want to officially welcome everyone to our Commerce Committee meeting of June 16th, 2026. Officially at 7:06, I want to call the meeting to order. And my name, if you don't know me by now, is Hassan Bakiriddin. I am the chair for the Commerce Committee, and one that I've been very proud to lead, along with some awesome, amazing committee members that we have who've been supportive throughout the year. And I just have to say, I don't want to say that I have the best committee, but what I will say this is I think, the most supportive committee. I think I have the most committed committee. I can say that without a doubt because they go above and beyond what what most committee members would do, particularly when it comes to our small business. They are committed to small businesses. They are committed to their success. They're committed to ensuring that they hold their feet to the fire when they're not good neighbors. They're committed to, I think, doing everything that we can to support the overall growth because we do know that the small business is the lifeblood of our community. So I want to thank them for their due diligence for dealing with my leadership for this year and keeping me on point and making sure that that we stay the course when we are going through and exercising and doing the work of this committee like we have. So I thank them very much for that. They've been great. And I just wanted to sort of get that out of the way. If how much I appreciate them, they should know by now. Okay. So with that being said, like I said, I'll officially welcome everybody to our meeting. And next thing I'd like to do, next item on our agenda is to call our roll call. So I would like for individuals to unmute themselves if and when they can. If you're unable to unmute yourself, just put your name in the thing saying you're here, okay, for whatever reason. All right. But just identify who you are and for the record. So I'll start. Hassan Bakiriddin, Commerce Committee Chair, and then I think Nicole, I see you are up next, so you go right ahead. I think we have two Nicoles on the phone, so but Nicole one is from the donut shop. Nicole two is from Aunts and Uncles. How's that? And then we'll go from there. So,
I'm sorry,
so go ahead,
I'm
Nicole.
not sure if I heard that right. Was it our turn already?
Yeah, well, no, I'm just doing a roll call, so you have to
Oh,
just identify yourself for the
oh,
record, okay?
of course.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. My name is Nicole Tejada. I'm representing Indalecio Garita, who's the owner of Nostrand Donut Shop of Brooklyn LLC, located at 1449 Nostrand Avenue. And we're
Awesome.
here for a liquor license renewal.
Great. Thank you so much. Next up, I have Nicole from Aunts and Uncles and Cole and Mike.
Hi, good night, everyone. We are Michael and Nicole Nicholas, owners of Aunts and Uncles, 1407 Nostrand Avenue, and we are here for the same purpose, liquor license renewal.
Awesome. Mike?
Oh,
Yes, sir. Michael Nicholas, Aunts and Uncles, 1407 Nostrand Avenue, here to renew.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you. Good people. And then we've got Adele. If you can unmute. All right, great. Thank you so much. And then we've got, I've got Celia, Miss Bellin. If you can unmute yourself, Miss Bellin, and just let people know who you are.
Yes, good evening. Celia Belling, Commerce member, board member.
Awesome. I see next up, Detective Skinner.
Good evening, everyone. Dr. Skinner from 67 Community Affairs Office.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Marguerite.
Hi, Marguerite Villante, board member, committee member.
Okay. And we did Nicole already. Mr. Agard.
Yes, good evening. Patrick Agard, I'm representative for Splash and for Tropical Catering.
Okay, awesome. And we've got Simone Monet Walls.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Simone Monet Walls, committee member.
Okay, nice to hear you there. Sonia?
Sonia Clark, committee member.
Okay. And lastly, but certainly not least, Trish.
Hi, Trisha Lewison, committee member.
Awesome. Great. Thank you guys for all being here and going through that sometimes tedious exercise of identifying yourself. So I wanted to, I think the next item on our agenda, if I can pull this up really quick. Sorry, guys. And you have to forgive me, so my apologies to everyone. I was going to go on video, but what seems to happen because of WebEx and the way WebEx is, it slows down the bandwidth, so everything is kind of wonky, and my voice gets choppy and the picture gets kind of freezes up and all of that. So rather than take you guys through that pain and suffering today, I'm going to forego that. And I'm going to keep myself. You guys know what I look like anyway, at least most of you do. But I just wanted to let you guys know that my apologies for that. So I'm going to jump right into the chairperson's report. It's the one that I give. This is the ending of our year. I just want to reiterate again for those who were not on earlier how much I appreciated our committee members who have stayed the course consistently throughout the year, making sure that they go through the exercise of going through our interviewing our business owners and making sure that all of our T's are crossed and our I's are dotted. And I appreciate the support that you've given me as the chair for the committee, and also keeping me in line when y'all think I ain't doing what I appreciate that too. It's a committee that I have continued to enjoy, to lead, and be a part of. And I couldn't do it without you guys and your steadfast support of not only the business owners and what they bring to the table, but also myself and the overall committee as well. You guys are awesome. And like I said earlier, I don't want to say that we have the best committee because I think that would be a bit biased. But I can say that I know I have the most committed committee members and ones who really take um, what they do seriously. So I just wanted to make sure that I said that for the record for those who were not here on the phone earlier. The other thing I wanted to mention, so guys, you know we have an upcoming small business mixer. Business owners, you may not know, every month we do a small business mixer at a different location. And last one that we did was at Lily's restaurant at, I think it was Foster and Utica. And the next one here is going to be on June 25th at Sugared. In fact, the address I can tell you what the address, and I'll make sure business owners, I know we send out, the emails, but oftentimes, sometimes, with all of you guys get tons of emails as business owners, and you're oftentimes so busy you don't get a chance to look at it. But I can send it to you. I think I'll send it to you by text, because I think that might be easier. So the small business mixer is going to be June 25th, 6:30 p.m. at Sugared Caribbean Restaurant at 2614 Newkirk Avenue. We are doing the mixers that we do every month, and it's a way of bringing the small business owners, the community, our elected officials, and the agencies that support small business. So our partners on this are Councilmember Farrah Lewis, who many of you know, Little Haiti BK, who's always been a partner of ours. They're awesome. The Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce as well, and Flatbush Nostrand Junction Bid, just to kind of name a few. Okay. Oh, and New York Small Business Services as well. You guys know them because I think I think both Mike and Nicole, you guys have met Dennis Shaw Gross, who used to be the commissioner there as well. So but yeah, so it'll be interesting. So we're going to be doing this one, and on the 25th, and we're looking forward to having you guys come by. Pop in. I think it's a great way to network and mix and mingle. It's an awesome event, and we've had a number of them that have been very successful. So hopefully you'll be able to do that. I attended a a small business mixer that Little Haiti BK does through their organization at it was at a Bunan restaurant, and it was an amazing event. The place was packed. When I tell you it was packed, it was packed. It was packed with um, not only business owners but artists and journalists and small business people, people who were thinking about going into business for themselves. We also had the Brooklyn Chamber was there. I think Flatbush Notion Junction Bid was there. New York Small Business Services were there. So there was a lot of activity. And that was, and if you guys don't know Bunna, they were on Flatbush, I think Flatbush and Newkirk, between Newkirk and I can't remember. I think it's Newkirk and something else, but it's on Flatbush, and but it was a great event. Bunnan has two locations. I think they started out at the Flatbush Cade Market, and second location is at Flatbush. Nadej Florimon is an awesome, amazing small business owner, caterer, author. I mean, she's completely a Renaissance woman. But I really enjoyed being there. It was great. They continue to do, and Little Haiti BK will continue to do these mixers as well. So I just wanted to mention those two things. The other thing I want to mention, I know we talked earlier about some of the business owners who have been on this call, who have been involved in our sumptuous sampler events that we did years past. And I think Nicole and Mike, you guys definitely had been on that. I think when we did it at K&L Manor, and where we invited the community and they come in and sample a dish, and it's sort of a launching pad for East Flatbush Restaurant Week. We were trying to get that done this year, and we didn't get it done because we ran out of time. There were so many things that we wanted to do that we just couldn't get done in the time, and it just kind of pushed everything back. So what we had decided to do was trying to even perhaps maybe do East Flatbush Restaurant Week, but what I found with and trying to get it done right the way we wanted to get it done, making sure that we have like the promotion, making sure that we get back all of the I guess the buy-in from the business owners like yourself, because the idea is for the community to be able to partake in any special discounts you guys may be having or dishes or anything. So we try to make it a big thing, but we those two events are generally linked together. And so what I found trying to do one without the other may have been problematic. And this year was a tough year for small business owners, which is why we didn't do the sumptuous sampler event. But I thought we were going to persevere with trying to do East Flatbush Restaurant Week, but I can't get it done the way we needed to in the time that we need to get done, because it's always done around the end of the month. And it's just to do it right and to do it well, I think we need a bit more planning. So I think, and as committee members, we can talk about this a little bit as well. Um, that perhaps maybe we should shelve those two projects and just make the last event that we do for Commerce for this fiscal year the mixer. Since it is the end of June. But we can talk about that. Just wanted to mention that as well. I think that is kind of it. Yeah, I think that's kind of to lastly go on record and say how appreciative I am of the two dynamic people who I've had of working with in this committee and has been responsible for making sure that our minutes and our WebEx is set up every month, and all of that is Farah Notion, who actually segued out. You guys remember her working in the community board. She was the assistant district manager, and giving her a new title. And she moved out in Segway. She was great. She supported our efforts with commerce, and I really appreciated her with all the work that she put into drafting our wording for our state liquor authority, and then getting the that information up on our website, and all of the things that she did with that. She moved on, but we had an equally capable young woman who came in, kind of got thrown in the deep end real early, Miss Ayana Sinclair. And she's done an amazing job with supporting our efforts and everything, and has really just made the you know the transition between the two people seamless. So I want to thank her for her efforts. Ms. Sinclair, thank you so much for all that you do for the committee and the work that they don't see that you do. You know, because I see it. So I want to thank you for your support as well. Okay, so just wanted to mention that. All righty. I think that's all I have. Is there any questions before I move on to anything else? Okay, I don't hear anything. So that's good. So I'm going to move on to our next item on the agenda, which is the approval of our meeting minutes. Okay, and I want to ask two questions, and these are very important questions. One, did everyone, all of the committee, this is primarily for the committee members, did everyone get the minutes?
I did.
Okay, that's only one person.
Yes,
Who else?
I got them also.
Oh, okay, good. All right. And then the second question is, did you got minutes? Because that's important too. Yeah,
I read mine.
maybe.
Yes, I read mine.
All right, good, awesome. Good to know. And so I wonder if we have, it looks like, oh, yeah, we've been joined by Deidre, Dorothy, Noreen, George. Wonder if do we have quorum yet, Ms. Sinclair? I think we do.
Yes, we have quorum.
Okay, great. So since Ms. Sinclair has identified that we do have quorum, I wanted to make sure that someone make a motion to accept our minutes for May of 2026. And someone who was at the last meeting, by the way, sorry. I had to make that caveat.
Before we do that, I don't know if this
Yes,
was,
ma'am.
I think we may have spoken about it before, but in terms of preserving minutes, because 10 years from now we may not be in the position we are in right now with the committee, and I think it's important to have second names. I know that this may have been discussed, so maybe we have to find a way that we can put the person's last name on the roll call. So
Are you saying that on the actual minutes itself? Because I think we did mention
yeah,
that, right?
I think
Yes.
so, because I'm looking at the roll call and there's still persons that don't have a last name on it. And it's just
Okay.
for record keeping as well, because the minute should
Yeah.
really have the attendees by their full names. And maybe you have to insist on those with numbers to provide their names as well.
Right, which is why I always ask everyone, especially during roll call, to unmute themselves, right? And to identify who you are, right? And I always, particularly if the numbers that I am not familiar with, I'll say, well, hey, 347, whatever, ending in these two, please unmute and identify yourself for the record. And we do that simply because everything should be actually in those minutes, first and last name, you know? So I just wanted to make sure but you're absolutely right. It should be on there. So Ms. Sinclair, if we could do that, that would be fantastic for our meeting minutes in June. Although we won't be able to vote on those minutes until perhaps September, but we'll see. But yes, I agree with you. It should definitely be on there. All right. So with that being said, was that the only thing that you had, Sonia?
Yeah, I think I looked through it. I don't recall any other anything else from my end. I don't know if anyone else has anything.
Yeah. Anyone else? All right, hearing nothing. I'm going to move again to ask someone who was at our last meeting, this is committee members now, to make a motion with the I should say the amendment of making sure that the next minutes will have all of the participants on the meeting for Commerce Committee meeting to make sure that their first and last name are on the meeting minutes. So someone can make a motion, please. Don't be shy.
I make a motion to accept the minutes with the necessary corrections.
And who are you? Who are you again?
Sorry, this is Sonia Clark.
Okay, I know who it is technically, but I just want you to say it for the record.
Yes, no, I agree.
And all right. And is there a second for that?
I,
I'll
Simone
second.
Monet.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I said I,
Who's that?
Simone Monet, second.
All right, Simone. Great. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys doing that. Sometimes that can be a bit tedious, guys, but it's okay. Noreen, I did see your message, so I understand that you're having problems. Miss Noreen George, so I do understand that you're having problems with your audio, so that's fine. Yeah, no problem. Okay, great. So let's move on to our agenda. And thank you guys for approving the minutes. We have a number of applicants who are already here. And we've got DWEL, well, I should say aunts and uncles, basically. It's at 1407 Nostrand Avenue. Both Mike and Nicole are on the line, the owners. Tropical Catering Inc. Mr. Agard will be representing them, right? Do we have representatives from Quality Choice Restaurant, Juice and Bar? I didn't see them, but okay. I know Nostrand Donut Shop is on the line as well, which Nicole, she's going to be representing the business owner, and also Mr. Agard, you're also representing Splash, right? Okay, great. I think that's what we got. Okay, wonderful. So let's go. Let's start with the first application, aunts and uncles. And Nicole and Mike, you guys have been through this before, so you have a renewal. Yeah, then the committee will ask you have to go right ahead.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Just to repeat, we are Mike and Nicole Nicholas, owners of Aunts and Uncles, 1407 Nostrand Avenue. We're a plant-based restaurant, cafe, and concept shop that's existed on the block from since October of 2020. We opened in the pandemic, and we are up for liquor license renewal in our 6th year. And I don't know, is there anything else you want to say?
We're just back, and just an honor to be able to here to serve our community. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
awesome.
the restaurant is pretty much it's consists of, we do a lot of things. So we have coffee, we have tea, we do have a cocktail concept, the plant-based food, we sell books, we have also merch that my husband designs. So we open from pretty much 10 in the morning, Monday through Wednesday. We're open till about 8 o'clock. And then on the weekends, we extend till about 10, 11, depending on if we have private events or special events or anything like that. So we're usually closed up at about probably 11, usually no later than midnight most times. And that's it. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right. Committee members, do you have any questions for Mike and Nicole, owners of Aunts and Uncles? If you don't, it's okay.
Hear me?
I mean, anybody. Now,
Yeah,
who's that?
this is Sonia Clark.
Hey, Sonia. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. I was looking at your the form you submitted, and you said that you don't have security. Is there a particular reason why, or is it that you don't have any concerns that you don't have security?
Well, no, we've never had any concerns, and the events that we usually consist of are usually private, almost like speakeasy type of vibe. If we have personal bookings for birthday parties or anniversaries, things like that. So we don't have an actual like DJ in rotation often. That happens like maybe 3 times out of the year. So we've never had any necessity for security before.
Okay, and that has always been the case.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
No problem.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I do have a question.
Sure.
I think, it's a small place, right? There's only capacity for 25 people. Is that? I
No,
can't remember.
25 seats.
It's 25 indoor seats and we have an outdoor extension, which is about 11 to 12 seats. So we're
Okay.
thinking about, yeah.
But our occupancy is 75 standing.
What?
Our
Our
occupancy is 75.
75 standing.
Oh, okay. So, that's a little more. I'm just concerned that has there ever been, because if you have live music, is it outside? I don't remember if I.
No, not unless, no, we don't. We've had indoor
And
events.
so, and nobody's ever complained about that because you have no soundproofing. So I'm just wondering if that's ever an issue with the neighbors or anything.
No, we're quite
No.
connected with the neighbors. In any instances, they'll always come down and direct conversation, but we've never had any real issues with our neighbors at all.
Okay,
And
thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Any other questions? Going once, going twice.
That's my hand.
Hey, what's up? That's
It's
Adele,
like,
right?
yes. I hear they have a fully plant-based menu, correct?
Correct.
Do you have like, what do we call it, plant-based burgers?
Yeah, we have the menu consists of different things. So we have a plant-based burger, we've got a mushroom sandwich, we've got bowls, we have sandwiches.
Perfect. I want to know, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, this smash burger's on point. So I just wanted to mention that. 'Cause I've had it, so it's on point. I can tell you that.
Who's the chef? Is it Mr. Nichols?
Yes,
Okay.
They got a smash burger?
Sorry.
Yes, they do. I'm telling you,
Oh,
it's to die
okay.
for. I'm telling you, it's to die for. I'm telling you, if you haven't had it, it's awesome.
Interesting. I have to come
Yeah,
by.
Thank you.
we've
all right,
been
awesome.
reviewed by the New York Times, the New Yorker. We've been claimed one of the best 57 sandwiches in New York City. Tabitha Brown, Keith Lee. Yeah. So it's been cool. It's been a
Yeah,
good run.
Advertising.
yeah. You gotta go. I'm telling you, you gotta get out there. It's a nice spot. It's right across the street from Liv's Cafe. Okay.
She gotta put more advertising out there.
I think the community, yeah, I hear you. I can, but I can tell you from someone who's eating the food, I can tell you it's good.
Remember, Inspector Kozak? She was a vegetarian.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, sure was. Sure was. Yeah, definitely was.
Yeah, we definitely get people from time to time saying, like, I live just 3 blocks away. I never knew you were here. We're like, how did you not know?
But then we have people from Germany and Japan and Australia coming with their luggage.
Yeah,
I flew them
exactly.
straight to come here.
You have to put some schedules out there. You
That's
gotta put
wild. That's wild.
Thank you.
Been on every
Well, we're
news
gonna make it
outlet.
happen though. Yeah, we're gonna make it happen though. We're gonna do better. Huh? We're gonna do better. But we'll also make sure that when we do the small business spotlight every month, I think you guys are going to be up for this month anyway. You and I think Footprints are the two that we were talking about highlighting for June. So yeah.
Pamphlet we were going to do.
Huh? Say that again.
The business pamphlet for the community. What happened to it?
Oh, are you talking about the pamphlet that we did for commerce? The one that we did that we developed? Oh, I have to send that to you. I have, it's my fault. I haven't sent it, but I do have it though. I just have to send it. My apologies. So thank you for reminding me, Adele. Yeah, because it's a good pamphlet too. There's a lot of great information in there. Okay, so I don't want to keep you guys longer than I should. Nicole and Mike, thank you guys for going through this exercise. Just hang out a little bit. We're going to vote as a committee as well. And you guys know that the second portion of our process of this thing is to go before the community board tomorrow. So hang out a little bit, okay? So I just wanted to bring up, if I could, I think, oh shucks, hang on a minute. I'm trying to remember who was next in the, oh,
Hassan, can I
Mr.
ask a
Agar.
question? Hassan,
Yeah,
excuse me.
yeah.
Do we have a police report or there's no police report?
Oh, sorry, you're absolutely right. We do have an incident report. Hang on a minute. Sorry
I thought
about
he was going
that.
to do that after everyone.
Thank
But
you.
yes,
Although I could, but
no, that's
I think
okay.
it's important to do it.
Yes,
It's important to do it now. So just more for
No,
the
I'm pretty sure.
FYI of those who hasn't gone through this before, if you're new, we asked our wonderful precinct, precinct 67 precinct, to provide us with what we call an incident report, and we asked them to provide an incident report. See if there's any incidents that happen from the time that we are asking them through, say, a year back, right? So it's a year's kind of worth of information that we asked them for. All right. And hang on a second. And so we asked them that, and then so we asked them to provide us. I think they provided us with all of them. I'm trying to get to. Let's see. I'm trying to get to everyone here. Oh, okay. So yeah, there was an incident report for aunts and uncles, and it was on on October 3rd of 2025. There was arrest that was made. It says OGA, a large group disorderly loud music on the sidewalk or something. But to say his status was closed, that was last year in October 3rd. And Detective Skinner, I know you're on the call. If you want to speak to that, I think that's the only incident to report.
Yeah, that's the only incident that occurred as far as documented.
Hmm.
It was for OGA, so pretty much the call came over from what me and Detective Pierre was looking at. A large group, loud music on the sidewalk, and
Hmm.
apparently one of the officers was addressing someone. Another gentleman obstructed him from doing his duties, and that's why the
Hmm.
arrest was made. But it's closed out.
Okay. Okay. What's
So was
OGA
that
mean
out,
again?
was that outside? That was outside? It wasn't, it didn't have anything
Yeah,
to do with the,
that's outside on the sidewalk.
so it didn't have anything to do with the establishment?
It wasn't. It didn't happen inside the establishment.
Okay.
That corridor has a lot of different businesses.
Yeah.
So that corridor, it's been a chronic location as far as for 311 calls for drinking, loud music,
Yeah.
double park, triple park cars. So um, whatever took place that day, it happened outside. So um, it didn't take place inside of the establishment.
Right. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Hassan,
Cool.
I have another
Thank you for.
request, Hassan. Thank you,
Hmm.
Detective.
Yes.
Um, the request is, can we get just in general, can we have the police report before we ask questions? But just
Um,
going forward, because it would make it easier, because if I have a question now that I want to ask, I would, I'd be able to ask it because I've had the police report first.
well, I put it to you this way, and,
Yeah,
and and it's a good question. It's something that we could talk about as a committee for potentially next fiscal year if I'm still the chair. Um, what I've found in the past, particularly when it comes to the incident reports, is I like to make sure that the committee has an unbiased view of our business owners. And what that simply means is this, right? When you look at an incident report, and Detective Skinner could probably attest to this as well, what often happens is if something had happened at this location or something that it may not even be at this location, but the address is given because it just was whatever. But the incident doesn't have anything to do with the business or the establishment that's there.
right.
You're
Well,
as a
that's why I was able
but
to
let,
ask the
but,
question, right?
but let me finish, right? Let me
Yeah,
finish.
go ahead.
So what ends up happening is that there may be some bias, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but there could potentially happen just by looking at a sheet of paper that you see that says, "Oh, this happened," and there's no context. So what I like to do is to read the police report obviously in full view, which we're going to do anyway, but also have the corroborating officers on the call so they can clear up any misconceptions and any nuanced questions and that kind of thing. And also the business owners, oftentimes they're not aware of anything that's happened at their location. They're not even aware because it's a year ago or whatever. So it so I want to give everybody sort of that unbiased view, and I think it's worked out really well for the committee. Um, ahead of time. So that's why I don't give the police report, and we've never given the police report or the incident report before that. It generally comes in when we make the request, usually before our meeting. I've got to remember how many days we do it, but that's something that we can talk about. You know, we don't have to necessarily
Okay,
do it
no,
here.
Hassan, I wasn't
That's something we
asking
can
for
talk
it
about.
ahead of time. No, I wasn't asking for it ahead of time. I was just asking for it the night, like right now, and before we ask the questions, just give the police report, and then we have all the information. Then we can start asking
Yeah.
our questions. That's all
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying.
most definitely. And ordinarily, I would do that. So I'm certainly glad that you guys had mentioned the incident because I completely forgot. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was going to move on to the next applicant and probably do the incident report at the end. But I think it's important to do the incident report as we're doing everything. Present it to them and say, hey, listen, there was an incident report. This is what's happening, and we can take it all in one shot. So I agree with you, Marguerite. But that's cool. All right. Well, thank you for that
Can I
clarification.
can I
Again,
say something
yes, who's,
really quickly?
yeah, sure. Mhm.
Sorry. So I've been to Aunts and Uncles several times for events, and as a customer, I think they're a great addition, a gem to the neighborhood and to the specific community. And it's not anything like a bar or a club, it's more of a cafe than anything. That corridor is really busy and really active regularly, and I
Yeah,
just think they're a great addition to the neighborhood. That's it.
yeah. Thank you very much.
Hey Hassan,
Um,
yeah, it's
great.
hey Hassan,
Yes, sir.
yeah, it's Tech Skinner.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it's not an establishment that serves like have alcohol or anything like that. It's an actual like like a cafe slash bakery.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
So
I would
just for people
encourage.
that don't know, they may think
Yeah,
that but that corridor is just a heavy corridor with other
yeah,
elements there, but it's not
yeah.
whereby they're out there selling alcohol or playing music and stuff like that. Like that incident, like I said, that incident happened on the sidewalk.
Right, right.
Yeah, thank you so
Gotcha.
much. That's why it's good to have the conversation. So, like, I didn't know that, but if you give the police report, then we can ask questions, and then we can all chime in, and everybody can say what they feel.
Sure,
So now I have more of an idea of what the
sure.
place is about.
Sure, no, definitely. I
Thank you.
would recommend you. I would recommend you guys even going there because I think you'll be quite surprised. For people who have not gone there, you'll be pleasantly surprised. So I just wanted to mention that. And so I'll move on from you guys. Just hang out, Nicole and Mike. I'm going to take. We have Mr. Agard who was waiting patiently to give us
I'll
his
say
presentation.
very quickly. I'm just going to say it's a very laid back place.
Yeah, it is absolutely. Mr. Agard, are you ready, sir? If you're
Good
there.
evening, everyone. Yes.
Okay. Good evening.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure why the video is. Oh, there it is. Very good. Okay. Good
It
evening,
takes a little
everyone.
while. Good evening.
Okay. All right. So who did you have
Yeah,
me to
so
speak
so
on
so we
first?
had next was Tropical Catering Inc. Tropical.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tropical Catering. It's a familiar uh, s- location with this board, 1363 Utica Avenue. And as you know, that was the space that Davis Gale ran for many years. And he had left the business, and now his family is back, and they're going to take it over again. And it's going to be called Tropical Catering Inc., doing business as Tropical Paradise Ballroom. And they're going to look to pretty much do the same type of operation that they had before. They have the two main rooms and a private room upstairs. And so that's what he's looking to do. And so here we are again presenting that for him. For those of
Awesome.
you who don't know, it's a fairly large space. Like I said, it has two fairly big size dining rooms, a full size kitchen, and I think Board 17 has even held events there in the past. I think when you've done retirement dinners, I remember attending a couple there for some of your people in the past at that location as well.
Absolutely. I don't think there's anybody with well, let me ask, and let me just not assume. Some of our committee members, do any of you guys not remember Tropical Paradise Ballroom that was there before on the Davis scale?
I remember
Any?
that I've attended events there before in Utica.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of know that most people do know it or have had some experience with it. Many of you
Mhm.
guys, if you don't know Mr. Gale, he's been a stalwart in the community. He had to ended up obviously leaving during COVID. I think it was around COVID when he ended up leaving and then heading to Florida. And now he's back, which is great because that particular event space, I'm glad it's going to be occupied by somebody like Dave again.
Mhm.
It's a lot with what he has. So any questions on that? Uh, anyone at all
Yes,
before I
I
get
have
to the
questions,
report?
of course.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, so I'm very familiar with that place because it's right behind my house on Utica Avenue. And there I've met Mr. Gale, I've been there, so I know it's a pretty very nice establishment. We haven't had any problems. But I just want to make sure that
Hmm.
you can um, confirm that there is not going to be any promoted events there because it's a very large space that can be used as a club, and I want to make sure that that's not what it's going to be used as, so that there won't be any promoted, you know, outside events at this establishment.
That's a
I
question
can't.
for Mr. Gale. I
Yeah,
don't know.
the no, I he did not run it like that before, and I'm not sure exactly what you mean by outside because it is a catering hall, so he will be it will be hired out by people who want to hold events there.
Right, but I
So
guess what I mean by promoted is where, you know, you're selling tickets. It's a ticketed event. A promoter comes in and then sells events, sells tickets to, it's like a club. It's a whole
no, he
different,
did.
you know what I mean. I think
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
he's definitely not going to run it like a club at all. No, and that's not the way he's done business in the past, and that's I can pretty confidently say that he's not going to do that moving forward.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Gotcha. Any other final questions for Ms. A? All right, hearing none. And there, I did look. Look at the incident report. There are no incidents at this location for the last year. Of course, there hasn't been anybody there for the last year, so there probably wouldn't be any incidents. But yes, but thank you, Mr. Agard, for doing that. So just hang out, sir, and
Hmm.
we'll just hang out for the vote. All right.
Okay.
Next, we have, I think we have Nicole. Nicole is, sorry, thought I
I have a
had
question.
her. Yeah, yeah. Nicole is going to be talking about Nostrand Donut Shop. Nicole, are you able to come on camera? By the way,
I'm getting situated right now. Yes.
okay. Are you ready, or should I go
No, no, no,
to
I'm
get?
ready. I'm ready. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry.
Okay. All right. And then lastly, Mr. Agard, you're going to be talking about Splash. And just I want to ask the question again: is any representatives for Quality Choice Restaurant Juice and Bar LLC on? Okay, just want to make sure. Just had to make sure if that was okay. Great, thank you, Nicole.
Of course.
Okay, so go right ahead and tell us a little bit about your business,
All
and
right.
the committee will ask any questions and that kind of thing. Thank you.
Perfect. All right. Good evening, members of Community Board 17. My name once again, Nicole Tahab. I'm here representing Nostrand Donut Shops of Brooklyn LLC, located 1449 Nostrand Avenue. Tonight with me is the owner, Mr. Indalecio Garita. There's a bit of a language barrier, so I'm here doing most of the speaking. Um, Nostrand Donut Shop is a small family-oriented restaurant with 14 seats and about 8 bar stools. There's 5 tables in total. Proposed hours have been daily 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they're proud to be part of the Flatbush community. Um, To our knowledge, there are no disciplinary issues associated with the establishment, and they intend to continue operating as they have, mainly being neighborhood focused and serving local residents. Thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, I'm happy to respond.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything else you want to say? Anything else? Is that pretty much it?
That's pretty much it for now.
Okay. Cool. No problem. Committee members, are there any questions for Ms. Nicole, who is representing Nostrand Donut Shop? I mean, and by the way, this is a renewal, and it is a wine, beer, and cider license.
Yeah.
Who's that? Adele?
Yes.
Hey, what's up?
She
Go
said,
ahead.
"For menu, what is the menu?"
I'm sorry.
Can you
Oh,
describe the
she
menu?
was saying she was just asking you to describe your menu.
So they have a pretty large menu. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Pancakes, bagels, donut. Well, it's actually also a pastry shop. Um, it's pretty continental, so they have a lot of different type of cuisines under one roof.
Gotcha.
I have another
Okay.
question. Uh,
hmm
yeah, and it seems to have a lot of derelict people hanging in front of that place. Is there any way they can get that cleaned up? Because it would look so
Are
much
you
better for the
are you addressing her, or are you addressing?
I'm letting her.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry. Repeat again.
Nicole, she was saying that there were a lot of people hanging out. Well, people who seem like they're sketchy, if you want to call it a better word.
Okay.
And they
I
hang out
mean,
around your shop. And she was saying that perhaps we can clean that up. Is there anything that could help clean that up? I guess.
well,
But I thought maybe
we
that
can
question should be
definitely.
directed to. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You go right ahead,
Um, So, I
Nicole.
mean, we can
You go
take
ahead.
measures to try to minimize that. I know that Nostrand Avenue is a very busy avenue. Also, the operating hours are from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. So, their crowd is not really creating a nuisance to the area because, again, they close up pretty early throughout the day. But we can definitely try to implement stronger measures to keep the sidewalk as clean as possible.
All right, thank you.
Of
And
course.
any other questions?
I just have
Before we
one
move on?
question. It's more of a concern
Mhm.
that on the questionnaire it says you only have one means of egress. I don't know if that's important or not, but you don't have like a back entrance or a back exit or anything.
No, there's no back entrance. No.
Yeah. So Hassan, is that supposed to have two means of egress, or is that not
Well,
important?
it's not, because it's a coffee shop. The requirements be a little maybe different. You know what I mean? It's not really listed as a club per se, or an event space, or even a bar. Um, I can check into that. I think that would be okay, because if the SLA
Well,
put them
their
forward,
their
it would.
diagrams were approved when the full
Yeah,
application was submitted, and that did not come up as a deficiency.
right. And that's what kind of what I would have thought, but I'll check it anyway, just as a double check. And I'm glad the committee always likes, because and and it's not anything with you guys as a business. It's more of a safety concern. Generally when you have two means of egress, that means you have two entrances or exits to get out in the event that there's an emergency, right? So it's more of a public safety thing.
No,
That's
I
all.
totally I
So
totally
that's why we were.
understand.
That's why she's asking.
Yeah, but it's also
Yeah.
a very
So I mean,
small
but
shop.
but
Like I
I
said,
think it.
there's
Yeah.
only capacity like to have seated at once about 22 patrons.
hmm
There's only 5 tables, 8 bar
Yeah.
stools. So it's a very small space. It's not, a large venue where, I would understand that one exit would be
hmm
a potential risk for the establishment.
Right. Gotcha. Well. Either way, but good point that you bring that up, Marguerite. I will look into that, and little bit, because it might be the fact that it's so small, and the fact that it's also designated as a coffee shop. You know what I mean, or donut shop in this case. Okay.
Okay,
Um,
thanks.
so I'm. Any last questions before I read the incident report?
So I do have a question.
Who's
Um,
that? Miss Noreen George?
yes, Mr.
Okay, Miss
Harder,
George,
you
go right
give
ahead.
us the menu for the breakfast. What is the menu? What menu do you have for the lunch?
Typical lunch food items, sandwiches, club sandwiches, salads, soups. It varies, but most of it is intercontinental menu.
Thank you.
Of
Okay,
course.
awesome. Okay, great. So, looking at the incident report, as I mentioned earlier, we do ask the precinct to provide us an incident report for a year to see if there's any incidents at this location, and there has been none in a year, so no incidents at all. Thank you guys for that. And Nicole, just and thank you for going through this exercise and representing the business owners. I appreciate you doing that, and it helps with the language barrier as well. Just hang out a little bit. We're going to be taking a vote. The committee will be doing that in just a bit, and then we'll give you some additional information depending on how the vote goes, what you need to do next in the next step of the process. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. And again, we're bringing up Mr. Agard, who's going to be taking us through Splash.
Okay. Hello again. This application has been before you before back, I think, in late 2024. And they are just
Well, actually, we
having
actually
an,
we looked at it. It was 2023. It
oh,
was
2023.
according to when
Okay.
it came in. Yeah, it was a while
Yeah.
ago.
Okay. Then I think we also had done another update on it. The SLA was requiring. Now they are requiring another update because of the lease had to be extended, and
Hmm.
it didn't get in on time. So now we have to go through this process again for the same issue because of the lease, which has now been
Right.
issued. So basically, it's an event space. So at 8821 Ditmas Avenue, at the corner of 89th Street. So it's actually
Hmm.
on the entrance is actually on 89th Street, and it is a catering hall, and they use the space to be rented out for events. So if you have
Okay.
any other questions at this point, we can entertain the questions that you may have.
Sure. Any committee members?
We didn't get a questionnaire, so we need to ask all the questions, I guess.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
We don't have a questionnaire for that.
Not in this office.
Should I just ask him?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. I mean, you can. Sure. I mean,
Yeah.
Mr. Agar,
Okay.
let me just
Yeah,
make sure.
because I don't know anything about this place.
Did did you
I don't know anything
before
about.
you, Mr. Agar, did you get a questionnaire for
Yeah, I
that will
did. I
come over
thought
to
we had
you?
filled out one before, and that's why I think I had even replied to Ms. Sinclair that we had been through this before. So I thought one would have been on file already.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, well, we didn't get it, so
Yeah.
I don't remember back 3 years. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess I want to know how the capacity, the hours, and I guess the same thing that I asked for tropical breeze or tropical. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of it. Just to make sure that it's not going to be rented out to promoters that are going to use it as a club.
Okay, again, it's an event space, so they rent it out to people who want to use the space. But as far as I know, they have not used it as a space to be used as an incognito type of club. But they do hold people rent it out and do hold events there. The capacity is, I believe, 140, between 140 and 160. So there's no set hours. Depends on the event that they're renting it out for. But the space is probably about 3,000 square feet, or around about 3,500 square feet, and they have a basement which they use for offices and storage. And there's also a small attached backyard with the property as well. but they do not play any music or hold any of the any type of event that would have music playing outside.
Okay, is there soundproofing on the building?
It's a one-story. It's a converted one-story. Looks almost like a factory building of such, but because in that area, you know, you have a lot of car repair services, so it's a
Yeah.
huge one-story building, and there are neighbors on the 89th Street side, but the building is solid brick, and I don't. We'll wait for the police report, but I don't believe there's ever been any incidences of noise coming from inside the place.
Right, but is there soundproofing though?
Well, I
That's
can't
the
say that
question.
there's soundproofing if it's necessary, again, because it's a one-story brick building, and it's
Yeah.
double, and hold on, it's double entrance, where you have to go through two doors to get in. So as you come in, one door is open, one door is closed. That cuts down on any kind of noise coming out.
Right, okay.
And there's no window to open up with such, so noise can get out. And then, of course, they don't keep the doors open.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Any other questions for Mr. Agard?
Yes.
Go ahead, Adele.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Waiting on you.
Egress.
Okay, if I
Okay.
understand, you're asking about egress. Yes, they have, I think, 3 points of egress. They have to the backyard, they have 2 in the front, and then they have a huge loading door on the side as well.
Okay. What about fire inspection?
Excuse me?
Fire. CNY inspection.
Yeah, they had the fire inspection already as well, yes.
On what date was it done? You know, the date of the
Could someone
inspection.
help me? I'm not understanding what she's asking.
She was
Date
asking
of
when the date,
inspection.
because it sounds like your thing is going out, your mic on your
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Adele.
very, very low.
So you were saying that, yeah, she was asking the date of the inspection. Do you have that date?
Okay, I'll
of
get
when the
that and
inspection
send
was
that.
done?
I'll get that information and send that to the office for tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, was that it? Anyone else? We move on to the incident report. Okay, hearing none, let's move on to the incident report. So for Splash Events Catering LLC, as I mentioned, guys, we always ask for a report for a year. And this report is from there was an incident at the location on 5/23/2026. It mentions that there was a sale of alcohol, no license, 7 complaints from assault to harassment, all related to the event space. And they said it's closed and there was an arrest. So, Detective Skinner, if you don't mind providing some clarity on that, sir.
No,
It's
so
still
there was
on.
an incident, there was an event there on that particular day. And when the SOL, our special operation lieutenant, he oversees like a lot of the, not a lot, but he oversees the clubs and the event spaces within the confines of the precinct. So when they went and did an inspection, they saw that there was sales of alcohol there. Also not mentioned, couldn't get it, but there was also sales of what possibly could have been narcotics, depending on what that event was that day. I don't know if it could possibly be like a pop-up shop. And also documented that there was some assaults there as well as harassments reports taken. All in all, arrest was made and it was closed out.
Okay. Okay. So you mentioned, okay, Mr. Agard, I know I know you're representing them. Did the business owner mention any of this? Are you aware of any of this?
No, the one I'm aware of was the one he mentioned on the 23rd with the sale of alcohol. That was an event that was supposed to be a dry event, and so they were surprised that the people had brought alcohol because it was supposed to be a painting event where they were doing painting, and so they did not expect them to have alcohol at that one. Now the other stuff, the other things you mentioned about the 7 assaults and narcotics. I'm not aware of that. He made no mention of any of that to that. Do you have dates on that, officer?
I don't have exact dates because it's ran for for a year. So we dated back from May 2023. I'm sorry, not May 2023. We run it back from, let's say, January all the way to the current date. So usually we run
Okay,
back from
but
January 25th. I'm sorry, January of last year, 2025, to whatever the
mhm.
current date that we get the inter report sent to us.
Okay, and also were these this assault and these narcotic things, were these inside or were they outside?
Yes. So when my SOL actually did the inspection, actually the narcotic sale that he actually witnessed that day was for that particular 523 incident. He said the reason why he was unable to apprehend them because when he walked in to do the inspection, people started popping up and flooding like pretty much the exits of packing their stuff up and leaving. So he couldn't actually make an arrest for the narcotics. So at that point, he went for whoever the person of the owner or the person who was having the event, and that's when he addressed that.
Mhm. Gotcha.
So you're
Okay.
saying that he just witnessed narcotic sales that day on the 23rd, but no
Yeah,
arrest was made on the
yeah,
narcotic.
that particular day he witnessed it. It was just him and another officer. So he said at that point when I went in, I couldn't even uh, what do you call it? I couldn't even go and actually grab anyone because of the fact that I'm sorry, for the fact that people were actually packing up and it was chaos started where they just took off, like legit packing their stuff up and exiting. Now, I'm not saying everybody there was selling, but he said there were a few tables that actually had like their products for sale.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that's not good.
And when you say
Yeah.
products like what? What are we talking
Uh,
about here?
Pills that he witnessed. He also witnessed marijuana being sold that was on like their products to be sold.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got at least, Mr. Agar, you have some preliminary information, at least some background information. And Miss and Detective Skinner, is there a way for you to provide me more of a detailed report? Maybe something you can send me by
Yeah,
email.
I'd have to rerun it again and look to see the individual. I'll rerun it
Could you?
again and see the individual. Yeah.
That'd be awesome if you could do that. And then what I can do is at the very least let Mr. Agard know what those are, so he can talk to the owners or the represent. He's representing. So, okay, all right. Adele, is your hand up for this incident, or
Yes. I want to speak to Detective
okay?
Skinner.
Okay, go ahead.
This for Detective Skinner. You said when your officers went in, they essentially stepped and started running.
Hello.
Can you hear me? I said when your officers went in,
Hmm.
they ran.
Yeah, they packed up their stuff and they got out of there.
Yep. They tried to get away from you. All right. Thank you. That's shameful. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, I don't see any other questions or anything.
I have a question. I have
So
my hand up. Simone Monet has her hand up for a
you
question.
do. Oh, sorry, Simone. I apologize. I didn't see. Oh, yeah, it is. There you go. Sorry. I apologize. Go right ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to, um, so we can't, we don't know for sure. I'm just repeating from what I understand. We don't know for sure if all of these instances was one event or if there were a series of incidents over a series of events. Is that correct, Detective Skinner?
How my partner listed it was supposed to be under one event, but I have to rerun it to see.
Okay, so it probably was just one event, is what you're saying. So I guess my question would be how many events over the course of the year did the space have?
That's a very good. I don't even know if Mr. Agard, are you able to answer that question?
No, but I'm taking notes And
Okay.
what I would do, just give me your questions and I'll answer what I can. What I can't, I would definitely get the answers for you.
Okay.
This will be for Detective Skinner. How many incidents took place at that address over the year?
What I think he was saying, Adele, that he's got to do more research to give you the
Yeah,
itemized
because
number. Yeah.
yeah, the way my partner ran it, he ran it for that one particular, like it popped up on that one particular day, but I have to rerun it to see how many in different times.
Okay,
I have a
thank you.
question. I have a
Okay.
question.
Hmm.
Um, so the space has been operating without the permit and without the liquor license for how long has it been operating? Because do we know that all of the events have been dry events? Because he shouldn't have been operating there at all if he didn't have a license.
No, I can speak. I can speak to that. He had a temporary, but he was in the process of getting the full liquor license, and then we had to get a lease extension, and that's what caused this delay. And so that's only since April that he didn't have a license, and any event he had after April was only supposed to be dry events.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right, so that's
Well, I
why
think
I'm kind of I
it's
would also like to know myself,
mhm.
if what you're saying that this took place, um, these incidences took place. I would like to know how many took place at this one event on the 23rd, and if there's any others between January of last year to the end of May. So if we can get that information, if you can't get that
Yeah,
information
I'm
for
looking
us
at
right
it.
now,
I'm looking at it right now. I'm running the location. So that incident that took place is the most recent one. Um, from January of last year
mhm.
to um August of last year, there has been one, two. There's been 10 incidents for last year. For this year, only see one for the arrest that was made for this year. Um, which the arrest that was made for this year was two was made last year, one last year. So a total of three arrests was made from that location.
Or last year, or from last year to this year.
Yeah, last year. So total of three arrests. So two arrests last year, one arrest this year. So a total of three arrests from that location.
And 10
So,
incidents?
Yeah, I have 10 complaint reports listed here,
and these
and
incidences,
that's where the
what are these incidences we're talking about? What are they? Are they noise? Are they what? Can you say what
no, the
they are?
complaint reports are not noise. That would be 311. If you're looking at 311, you're looking at here as I'm looking, it is for one is for loud music, and the other two doesn't apply to the location.
So, detective,
As far as
you
as
you
far
have 10.
as hello.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Detective Skinner.
So as far as complaints for that location, um, seven revolves around for that location. The other three does not, from what I'm looking at. So we
But
have
it's confusing to us though. Is the 7 incidents, they're not noise complaints, then what are the incident complaints?
well, that's what I'm going to explain. It's
Oh, I'm sorry.
assaults. Most of them are assaults, which is let me see one because I'm running it real time. I'm not writing it down right now for you guys. I'm just letting you guys give an idea of what you guys wanted to know,
Sure.
an idea of
Sure.
what's thing. So we have one. So we have three harassment reports. Um, listed for that location. And then we also have we have 7 assaults listed for that location.
Okay.
So you have 7
So you
assault
have seven
complaints and you
assaults.
have 3 harassment complaints.
So I'm
Okay.
sorry, you
Did
said you have
say
7 assaults and 3 harassments?
Yes.
Okay. And what is considered an assault? What does that mean? Somebody complained they got attacked in the place? What does that mean?
Are we really serious right now? What is considered an assault? Yes, somebody was
Well,
injured.
you know what? No,
Somebody got
yeah,
hit. Like,
you're making light of it, but you have board members sitting here who are thinking that this place is just a den. So I need to make sure what you're talking about and be clear, so we can be clear what we're talking about, because
yes, an assault, a
I need to know,
classified,
they
an
need to
assault,
know, and we
yes.
need to be clear on what it means.
Yes, an assault are
You
classified under the
call
New
it
York State
harassment?
Penal Law.
Say it again.
No, yes, assault considered under New York State Penal Law. Yes, somebody was assaulted. Um, I'm not gonna explain exactly. Somebody was pepper sprayed. Another person was just saw it over here. Another person was got into a dispute, got into a physical fight. Another person, verbal dispute, another physical fight, punch in the face. Um, that's what we considered assault, and the harassments, verbal dispute, and threats were made. Another one, harassment. Someone threw a bottle at the person, didn't strike them, but that would be considered harassment too under New York State Penal
I have a
Gotcha.
question.
This makes it a little bit clearer.
Okay.
Mr. Bakiriddin, this is what I'm going to ask and suggest. Clearly,
Yes.
between now and tomorrow is not going to be enough time for me to discuss with the owner and get all of these things straightened out. And I know you're not meeting again
Hmm.
for the summer, but I would ask to table this
Right.
before we move on, because this is clearly some things need to be clarified. And if I'm going to come back and speak to it, I want to be clear and understand everything that's going on. And then I also would like to make another suggestion, is
Hmm.
that to save time with all of this moving forward, if we can get a copy of these 311 reports before we come to this meeting, so then at least
Hmm.
we know how to speak to it and how to answer it, and just be forthright with it. Because
Hmm.
I can't give you any explanation on anything right now.
Right.
Well,
Like
the owner should have
Jane Rainey's
provided
Marguerite
you.
feels
The
that
owner
she
should have
needs
provided you with that.
Hmm.
The owner
no,
should have
no, a lot
provided
of
you with
times
the.
owners don't even know these things. You have to understand how these things work. A lot of times owners don't even know these things happen necessarily. People go and make complaints. They leave the place and they go to the precinct and they make a complaint. Owner doesn't know necessarily all the time. So that's what I'm saying. If we can
Hmm.
at least have an idea of these things before, we can
Hmm.
speak to it when we come to the meeting.
Sure. That is
And I
something
think
that we could.
this would save a lot of time, and
Mhm.
won't keep us, here going back and forth like this.
No, well, I agree with you, Mr. Agar. That is something that the committee will definitely discuss. Committee members just
Mhm,
we will absolutely need to discuss that piece. I think it's important to do that. I do want to say that, and thank you, Mr. Agar, for your commentary and trying to get more clarity for the owner and all that. I know you're just there representing them. But I'm glad the committee members. I appreciate you guys asking the questions that you did as well. So we'll talk about a couple of things that came out of that. And Mr. Agar, I will table your splash events space. We won't even take a vote on that, and perhaps that's something that we could do in September or revisit it. By then,
mhm.
you will have more information, more stuff to provided for us, and all of that. So I have a clearer picture. All right. So okay, great. So I don't want to belabor this
Question.
anymore. Thank you.
Hassan,
I have a question before we move on, please, Hassan, if possible.
Who-
So my thing is,
Yes,
this is the
Ms. Walls,
first
and
thing
then
when
George.
this is Simone. Thank you. Yeah, I had my hand up, and the
Yes.
first thing is when you come for a renewal as a
Mhm.
owner of anything, like when I was part of a business,
we did our background checks before we came to any board or for any approval. Not saying that that is your fault or anything like that. The owner should know what's happening in their space. Period. They should run, maybe they should do seasonally, they should go to the precinct, they should have a relationship with that precinct, and they should, know if things have happened, even if they're not on the premises. So that's a concern for me. And the second thing is, if these all did not happen on the same date, then there needs to be something that the venue is deciding to do to have someone on hand from their actual staff every time an event is held there. Just suggestions. Thank you,
Gotcha.
Hassan, for allowing me to speak.
My pleasure.
I
My pleasure,
appreciate
Ms.
that, Ms.
Waltz.
Simone.
I
Thank you.
apologize. Yeah, and I
Okay.
apologize. I didn't see your hand as well. George, as well. Also, I know you said you had your hand up, sir.
Yeah, my hands has been up for a long, long time,
Oh
but
Lord,
I
George, I'm
don't
so
like to
sorry. I
interrupt.
apologize.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
but
Well, George, you
yeah,
can always, you can always just shout out,
no,
man, and say, "Hey, I
no,
got my hand up."
I don't like to be disruptive, and I like
No,
to
I
follow
understand.
the protocol. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so
Go right
yeah,
ahead.
well, my question is basically for Detective Skinner. Okay, because he mentioned there were three arrests. Were all three arrests inside the premises, or were they management, or were they patrons that were arrested in the air? Basically, what was the nature of the arrests?
You missed it.
What was that last thing you said, Mr. Tate? I'm sorry.
What was the nature of the arrests? Were they patrons, or were they management, or who was arrested? You know?
From what I see from the complaints, they were
Yeah.
patrons.
Yeah. Okay, and all of them were inside the venue.
Yeah, altercation either it happened from what I saw from one of them, it happened outside. The obviously altercation took well from what the complaint said, altercation took place inside the event. And outside incident took place. And one of the other ones, the incident did take place inside.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And the last question I see Adele has before we move on. Adele, or is that your hand up from before, or are you?
No, I was going to say one word: security. Massive
Okay.
security.
All right. Thank think you're right about that. Okay, great. So we're going to move on from this, committee members. Thank you again, Mr. Agar, for providing
All right. Thank you.
in background, and certainly thank you, Detective Skinner, for going through this. It just goes to show it's important to have our precinct on the line as well. And I appreciate you guys being there to provide clarity. Now, with that being said, so we're only deciding on three uh, applications this evening to move ahead to the full board for the vote, and that'll be aunts and uncles, right? That'll also be the Nostrand Avenue Donut Shop
Okay, what you got?
and Tropical Catering. Um, will be Tropical Paradise Ballroom, I think, doing business at Tropical Paradise Ballroom. So those are the three where we are voting on this evening. You guys know the drill. Obviously, if it's a yes, then you say yes. If it's a no, say no. If it's an abstention, it's an abstention. And Ms. Sinclair will be recording those votes. I will mention when I ask you for your vote, though. All right, this evening, we'll be voting for all three at once. Okay, so we don't want to do this individually. You know, so if you're voting for both, if you're voting for all three yes for all three. You can say if it's not all three, it's whatever. But the idea, you get the idea, okay? So let's go ahead and try and get this show on the road. All right. So I will start out with just looking at the. Let's start out with Miss Adele. Adele, are you there?
Yes,
What
I
is
am.
your vote for? For
So
what is your vote, madam? All three yes or all? Okay. Thank you very much. Um, and Celia, Celia, if you're there, I can't hear you. Okay, we'll go past Celia. Sorry, Celia, did you say yes? Was that you? Oh, she didn't. Okay. Deirdre?
Yes, for all three.
Okay. George?
Sorry.
Which George?
Yeah, yes to
George
all
Tate,
three.
sorry.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes to all three.
Thank you. Marguerite?
Yes to all three.
Okay. Melissa? Miss Judd?
I'm a,
This is
I'm a,
this is Miss Bellin. Yes to all three.
oh.
Thank you, Miss Bellin. Go ahead. Go ahead, Melissa. Sorry.
So Melissa is a community board member, but I don't think I'm a committee member.
I thought you were a committee member. I thought you are, but okay. Then if you're not sure, then we'll skip you then.
Oh.
No problem. Miss George?
Yes to all three of them.
Okay, thank you very much. Simone?
Yes to all three. Simone Monet.
Okay. Miss Clark? Sonia Clark? Yeah, Miss Clark, if you're there, we can't hear you.
Hello. Sorry,
Yes, we can hear you now.
I was on mute. Sorry about that. Yeah, I vote for all three.
Okay. Tricia?
Yes, for all three.
Okay. I got everybody, and I think I did get myself, and I vote also yes for all three. Okay, great. Thank you for that. So, the owners of Aunt and Uncles, Nostrand Avenue Donut Shop, and of course Tropical, Ms. Eigard, who's representing Tropical Catering. You guys know that we will have you come before the full board tomorrow evening at SUNY Downstate. It's 395 Lenox Road, whereby you'll have to go through some of the questions that you went through tonight. So sorry, it's a bit redundant, but just hang in there. It's gonna be all right. I'll be there tomorrow night as well, so I'll bring you up when we have you guys in the agenda. But we'll make sure we'll send over all of the details to you, so where you can meet and all that kind of stuff. Okay. But I won't hold you anymore. And I will give you back the rest of your evening, and I will see you tomorrow evenings, both Mike and Nicole, and Nicole from Mike's Donut Shop, and of course, Mr. Agard, I'll see you also as well. Okay?
Okay. What times is it
Sure.
tomorrow?
It's 7 p.m. It's 7 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. So
What's your time?
one of you guys could come. It could be either you, Mike, or it could be you, Nicole. Both of you don't have to come. So if one has to be at the restaurant, then as long as one of you guys are there. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, you had to figure that out. I can't help you with which
I
one.
saw that.
You saw that, right? All right. Good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Thanks so
All right.
much.
See you
Good night.
tomorrow.
Thank
Good
you.
everyone.
All right.
Good
Take
night.
care.
All
Okay,
right.
good
Good night,
night.
Mr. Agard. All right. Good
Okay,
night.
good night, Mr. Bakdeen and board.
Sure. Yes,
Okay.
sir. All right. So, committee members, thank you guys for doing that. Like I said, I really appreciate all that you guys put in for it. It makes my job a lot easier, and I'm glad that you're always there to make sure that everything is done properly in the way it should be done. So thank you for that. And I know, and for the members who, for some of the committee members, I know sometimes talking about this stuff is a bit uncomfortable, especially when you have owners on there, and then they're sort of reading the sort of some criminal activity that happened. I know it's a bit, but it's part of what we do, and it's the necessary component because we are, and I think you guys know that we are the first line of defense when it comes to public safety, and we always have to take that um, very seriously. I think you guys do that. So, whether did you have any questions about anything that we talked about this evening? I know I want to talk about a couple of things that came out of that, but um,
Well, I
No.
just have
oh,
one.
sorry,
I
Adele, you
just
had
have
your hand
one
up. Was that
question.
from the
I'm
floor?
sorry. But
Sure.
Should I speak? Or
Yeah, go
somebody
ahead.
else have a hand up? Okay, all right, I'll just go.
Well, you
So
go ahead.
that's just why I feel that's important to have the police report read before we start asking questions. So everybody's
Yep.
on the same page. And because we ask questions, then he reads the police report, then we have to ask more questions. I just
Hmm.
think that it's more time saving and more
Hmm.
condensed, and just if we do it, get everything out, then we ask our questions. So you
Gotcha.
can have the detective read the police report
Hmm.
first,
Gotcha.
after the people speak about their business.
Sure.
I don't
That
know if
sounds
everybody
cool.
agrees with me, but I think that's what I would like.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Thank you. Thank you for that. I hear you. And then we have Adele. I think Adele, you had your hand up, right?
Yes, I did. I was
Yes,
also
ma'am.
going to say is that unfortunately for Splash, Mr. Ayo did not fill out that form. He said he filled it out, 2 years ago? Well, it has to be updated. Apparently,
They wouldn't have filled out they wouldn't have filled out the questionnaire 3 years ago because we weren't giving the questionnaire 3 years ago. We only started giving out. Remember, think about when we started giving out the questionnaire. We actually got it together. What are we in 2026? I'd say we probably have been doing it consistently for about 2 years,
yes.
really.
That was
So
like
they
20
would
years
not have
ago.
we didn't have a questionnaire for them back then.
The only reason
But
I
they
asked
did.
you we
But
didn't do it.
right. But they did get the questionnaire that was sent to them by Miss Sinclair. So they did get it. Just wasn't
Maybe
filled out.
Splash never filled it out, and I see
Right.
why.
Right. So that but
It seems to
I
be
mean that's
problematic. That place,
yeah.
too many problems. Too many.
Yeah. Well,
Shameful.
we'll have to see how things play out. I mean, they have to do the work that they need to do on their business to get it up to code and to up to compliance. So it's not our job to do that. But what it is our job to do is to make sure that we hold their feet to the fire if they don't, or they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing as a business, because we have to make sure that we protect our community and the people
Yes.
who uh, the fact that even if those community members don't necessarily reside in our district or our community board, we still have to protect the community because, we don't want to have a situation happen where we've made a decision and then there's a problem where people get hurt and all that kind of stuff, but that wouldn't be good as well.
Yeah, then it was
So
fall off.
right, and I always like to err on the side of caution when it comes to things like that as well.
Yes.
So and this committee has been proven right when we've made those decisions in the past. And you guys, so to ones who've been on this committee for a while, you know that we've gone through quite a bit with some of these business owners, and believe me, we have been on the right side of every situation, and we've made the right decisions. And the reason why we make those right decisions initially is to prevent and also to make sure that we take care of our public safety issues as well. So that's
Mhm.
also great.
Ron,
Okay,
Hassan,
wonderful. So I
It
wanted to.
shocked
So
me.
I wanted. Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
exactly.
What I found
Yeah,
shocking
exactly.
was that Mr. Agar came before us not knowing that information.
Yeah, well, he probably didn't know, and they probably didn't share it.
No,
So,
should
but
know.
that happens sometimes. That happens. I'm not going to say it doesn't happen because he's been blindsided before, and you guys know that. So, I guess he's trying to do the best he can, but yes, to I think it was Miss Walls who had a really important point, which I think it was probably one of the more significant points that you could make, particularly for our business owners, the fact that they should be is all about preparation, right? If you're really concerned about your business, you want to make sure that you know everything that you can possibly know about the business. So having a relationship with the precinct is
Yes.
really good. It really is. I mean, it's going in there and making sure that yeah. Are there any incidents? I mean, I'm curious because your business reputation is at risk. Your license is at risk when things like this happen, and you don't want to be blindsided, kind of like Mr. Agart was tonight, with all this stuff, this bombardment of stuff, and not being able to refute anything. You know, so that's not good. So that onus again is not on us. That's on the business owner. So I think you made a really, really good point, Miss Walls. It is something that perhaps if we can um, tell the business owner maybe in advance of the meeting to do their due diligence to make sure that there are no incidents at their location. You know? So, you know, that's something that we can, I think that's something that would be in our purview to do. You know, we can mention that, you know, as we're sending out our emails. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't that
But
be the
I think you're great
precinct?
with that. Sorry?
Or wouldn't that be not be up to the precinct?
No, but
Like,
well, what we would do is just say, hey, no, we could suggest, right, that they do their due diligence to make sure that there are no incidents at their location when they come before the Commerce Committee meeting and before the full board to ensure smooth processing of their application, right? So they need to go back and do whatever that is to make sure that they're on incidents. They got to check their 311 or go to the priest and say, hey, you know, just gonna run me run a report. Has there been any incidents at my location at this? You know, go to the community affairs office. They'll be more than happy to do that. You know,
right.
and
I
They
just,
yeah, I
my,
mean, it
I
takes
think
you
I
know.
just wanted to say, Hassan, not to say that they
Yes,
shouldn't
ma'am.
have any instances, because for me personally, for example, if all seven of these things happened that one night, then that was just a really
Right,
bad night, right? So
right,
that's
right,
one thing, and things do happen. But if you
right.
have no clue what's happening in your establishment, you know,
Yeah.
going to the police, the precinct, they will,
Mhm.
if you request, I'm a business owner, I'd like to see if there were, I rent the space out often, I'd like to see if there's
Mhm.
anything on record for my
Yep.
business. They will
Right.
gladly give you that information.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
as you go there, you can begin to build a relationship with them.
Mhm.
And when
Mhm.
something happens, they might call you. Hey, I know Mr. Sauce.
Right.
I know you're not here tonight, but something happened. Da, 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 da,
Right.
just so you know. I mean, this
That's
is
absolutely right.
how, if you're trying to be part of our community, then
Mhm.
this is how we want you to, be a professional
Mhm.
establishment and within our community, is to know the main, the most important piece is safety. So you need to have some type of relationship with the police precinct.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. I think that was the most fundamental thing that came out of this, out of all the questioning and everything. I think that was really an important piece. I think that's one that you hit the nail on the head on that. So we we can certainly encourage them to do. Whether or not they're going to do it is something different, but it's in the best interest to do it. You know, as far as I see it as well. So, but yeah, but that's great. But thank you again, Simone. That's wonderful. I wanted to ask you guys real quick though about the incident reports, and something that Mr. Agard had alluded to. Do you think it makes sense to send over the incident report in prior to our meeting to the business owners?
No, I think
No,
they,
I
Okay.
don't think that's necessary.
I
Okay.
think we should. I think in the perhaps in the form that you give to them, you might just
Hmm.
want to have a one sentence that says, if you are not aware of, please make sure that you are aware of any instances that we
Hmm.
suggest you contact the police department to find out if there are any instances before you come you know to us. Something
Right.
like, I don't, I'm not phrasing it correctly, but
No,
something
you're
just,
phrasing it great. You're
yeah.
actually phrasing it really well. I mean, I get your point 100%. I completely agree. Okay, cool. I just wanted to take the temperature on that. That's why I wanted to talk about it really quick. Because I was a little like, no, I'm like that's something that we don't want to do their job for them. We can't spoon feed everybody. The incident report is for us and our preview to, and then of course the interpretation of it is with our community affairs officers to kind of walk us through what those incidents are, for us to be able to understand, to make our decisions as a committee. So I agree with you guys on that, but thank you. I just wanted to ask you about that. Second thing I wanted to ask you, I know we're coming towards the end because we've been on for a little bit. Um, so we're not, so I hope that we can get everybody's participation in our last event that we're doing, the Small Business Mixer. Can I get you guys to come out on the 25th? I know I see some of the regulars, Trisha and Dorothy, you guys come out. Thank you guys for that, by the way. But we want to try and get more of the community, to say the committee members that come out at these events, because it helps you to see not only the business and the business owners, but interact with us. I think it would be great for us to get together also as a committee. It is our last meeting of the fiscal year, so coming out to that day would be great, and I will send the flyer out. So if you can make it, that would be good. And it is on the Thursday, it's sort of the unofficial start of the weekend. So for those of you who start your weekend on Thursday, it's a good time to do it as well. All right. So I'm just encouraging you to do it. I'd love to see all of you there if you can make it. Okay. Even
What
if you come out for an hour, half hour, whatever. It'd
When,
be nice to kind of get together.
where is this event?
You,
Melissa,
please.
I'm
Sure.
sorry.
It's
and
called
what
Sugared Caribbean Restaurant, and I'll send you the address. It's at 2614 Newkirk Avenue, it's Brooklyn, New York, and it's Sugared Caribbean Restaurant. The owners of this location is Sugar Cane. Remember Sugar Cane down on Flatbush Avenue, downtown Brooklyn? No? Okay.
yeah,
Well, anyways, the
I
owners of
remember
Sugar
I remember
Cane.
sugarcane. What time, please? What time
Oh,
does it
sure. It's 6:30 actually. 6:30.
6:30
It'll be
starts?
it'll be from 6:30 to 8:30. That's generally when we go.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. So I'd love
If,
to see you guys there as well. Yes. I'm sorry, George. You were saying something. Was it George who was
no, I was
speaking?
just going to say, I was just going to say, so the corner of Rogers and here.
That's right. That's right. Isn't Rogers Burgers down the block from them, or is Rogers Burgers on Bedford? That's a hamburger
Rexburg is
place.
quite a
No,
bit up. It's
no.
closer to Church Avenue.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. No,
Okay.
this is
That's
right
cool.
in the corner.
Okay. All right, awesome guys. So I think we were coming. Is there any new business or any old business? I think that was the last item we had before we adjourn our meeting. So anything?
I have a
Anything?
question, Hassan,
Oh
and
yes, hi.
this is Simone Monet again, everybody.
Mm-hmm,
When you have the meetings, is there
mm-hmm.
a way, or I mean, because we don't come to the final meeting, like they're having the kind of final meeting tomorrow, to just let us
Right.
know if everything went through or not, like when
Mm-hmm.
you so like the last one, for example, did everything go through? Did was everything accepted? Was everything not accepted? Just like a little sentence or two before or
Mm-hmm.
after after we do our questioning, just to let us know what the update was for these. Is that
Sure.
too much to ask?
No, actually, what I can do is, and we generally send out a letter to the SLA. It's just the letter that says, hey, if the board, if everything goes like it did tonight with the committee, where everybody approves and it's unanimous vote, and it just seemed like it was unanimous vote across the board, or even if there was a majority vote and whatever. That letter goes out to the SLA saying that we make the recommendation that these guys move forward for their liquor license, etc. I can send you guys a copy of that, and that's not a problem because I
Well,
have
I
to
didn't
sign off
mean
on a
that.
letter.
I didn't mean
Right.
that. I'm sorry. So what I meant was example, it's the meeting tomorrow
Hmm.
where everything's finalized.
Hmm.
The board
Oh, you
meeting
just
is
oh,
on
you're saying an update,
yeah,
sort
just
of
to
update.
update as to what the board, like we know what we've done, but like
Right.
what was the actual final, like did the board actually take it through
Gotcha.
um as
Oh,
well?
Gotcha. No, but I think the request for the committee is a reasonable one, particularly since it is our last meeting as well. And as a board, as a committee member, you guys spend a lot of time with me in these meetings and doing all this stuff. So I mean, this is the last meeting, so I don't have a problem with making sure that we do an update for you guys. So I will send an update. We'll send an update. Okay, Miss
Thank-
Sinclair. So can we do that as well? All right. Okay,
Question,
great.
I'm
So
not
I'm gonna.
regarding
Yes.
what the
Who's that?
update. This is Ayana
Oh, George has his
Sinclair.
hand. Hey, yes, Miss Claire. Yes,
Not
Miss Sinclair.
following what the update is that needs to be sent out. After the board meetings, the website is updated with what the vote was.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
if we can just do a quick email, just like so. So, I'll give you an example, right? We're gonna vote tomorrow, right? The board will vote tomorrow, And whatever that vote is, we could send out a quick email Thursday morning just to the committee and saying, hey guys, just to let you know, here's the update. This is the final update for our fiscal year. This happened. Just something really quick. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Ms. Sinclair?
You know what? It's okay because really, like what I was asking is that each time we're voting, I just want to know if these businesses have been approved or not. And people are saying go to the online meeting and all that. Honestly, I'm part of another committee within the board, and I have tons of other things that I'm part of. So if it's too much to update after we voted, I it's fine if somebody's directing me. If you just send me the link, if you said there's a link, then if you can just send out the link to where all the votes, all the businesses that have been approved for this term, that would be great. I can just review them myself. So, thank you.
Sure. Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. All right. I see, George, you had your hand up, sir.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, my question is, and I understand Miss Vanessa, yeah, she's not looking for the link for tomorrow's meeting. But
Right.
if it's possible, that everyone in the Commerce Committee could receive the link for the general board meetings, because I know myself, I don't always get them.
Oh, you said you don't
So
always
no,
get them. Okay.
Never
Okay.
received it. I've never
I
received it.
don't, I don't get them.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know because so if it's possible that everyone in on this committee could receive the link in case they want to join the general board meeting
Sure.
online.
Sure. I think that's fine. I mean, I don't think that's a problem. Ms. Sinclair, that wouldn't be an issue, right? Because it's just sending out the link to the Commerce Committee members.
This way we have a choice.
I will. I'm going to see if that's possible. But also a rule of thumb: if I don't get around to it, the link is always on the website on the homepage.
Okay.
I also dropped a link in the chat regarding the updates for all of the SLA applications
Yep.
for this year and 2025, and that's usually updated before the end of the month, if not directly after the general
Right.
board meeting.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you for putting that in there. Okay, awesome, guys. With that being said, I think that is it. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you on the 25th. I really want to see all of you on the 25th. I haven't seen. I don't think some of you I haven't seen all year. At least I don't think I have. But it'd be nice to kind of get together and everything. And I have to say, depending on uh, and this is something you guys think about too, if you want to think about this, when we do have our meetings, and maybe this is something that we can think about in the future. If you don't want to necessarily do our meetings always online, and maybe you do want to have it at a particular location, we can always have our meetings at a particular location and do it the same way in person. Depends, just throwing the idea out there. Some people prefer online, and that's good for them. But think about it, we can talk about it as well. All right. But I want to thank you guys for an amazing year, and putting up with me and going through this exercise you know, of going through the exercise of processing these SLA applications. They are they're not easy. It's not easy by any chance. And I know going through the questioning and getting into nuances of asking these businesses about their businesses, sometimes it's uncomfortable, but you guys do a really good job at making sure that you stay focused. And I have to say, I'm very, very happy, and I'm very glad that everybody who has been on this committee, who have been with me prior in the committee, you guys, I know how much I appreciate you, but particularly the new people as well, who joined this year. I think you guys have been a phenomenal job, and thank you so much for all that you do. I hope that you, if I'm the chair, I hope that you do come back um, in the next fiscal cycle. I hope you don't make this as your last Commerce Committee meeting ever. And I want to hopefully you'll be able to bring your ideas back, and we'll have a great year next year as well. But either way, I look forward to seeing you guys on the 25th. And I will ask someone to make a motion to adjourn our last meeting.
I, George State, make a motion to adjourn the Commerce Committee meeting at 8:50 p.m.
Awesome. And can I get a second on that, please?
Adele Bennett, second.
Thank you, guys. I'll give you back the rest of your evening, and hopefully I'll see you guys pretty soon. I know some of you I will see you pretty soon anyway, but take care, all right? And thanks again.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good night,
Good
Good
evening.
everyone.
night.
Everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good
Night.
night. Good night.